What is up, guys? So today is the start of a new series. This is our $100 series where we are going to different parts of the island and offering $100 to a local and asking them to cook their best, most authentic local dish. We're not going to be telling them what to make, what we like, nothing. We're just going to leave it up to their discretion. They can spend the whole $100 or they can not spend all of it. It's all up to them. For our first episode, we decided to start off on the east coast capital of Batticaloa. Just an hour from here is Pasikoda, a destination often missed by travelers. This part of the island is home to its own distinct culture, cuisine, and some of the most spectacular landscape in Sri Lanka. But outside of the tourist hotspots of Pasikoda, Batticaloa itself is rarely explored. And that's exactly what we wanted to do. Today we're following this lovely auntie that we met and going along with her entire day, from buying everything she needs at the local market to watching her cook and finally sitting down to enjoy her ultimate, authentic, home-style Batticaloa meal. All with just $100. Alright, good morning guys. Today is the day we are outside Auntie's house and we're gonna get in her tuk-tuk and I'm gonna go with her to the market and she's gonna show us how she picks out the perfect vegetables and fish and meat for our feast today. Young Auntie. Made it to the local market. Let's go in. Yeah. First impressions is that this is your average market that you're gonna find in rural places. They've got everything here, ranging from fish, crab, meat, all the way to all your fruits and vegetables. Auntie said that this is not the best market for the best price, but this is good for an emergency because they have everything and all the produce looks so fresh and really good. So what she's doing is she's testing the crab because they are alive. She flips them on their belly side up and she presses the stomach, and she said that if it presses and it's soft, that means it's not good because it's full of water. It needs to be firm to touch, which usually signifies that there's a lot of meat. 3,000 kilo. The beauty of going shopping at a place like this is that you get the freshest of the fresh produce. All this produce comes in like in the morning. You have to also be able to pick the ones that are fresh in today and get the best price for it. So that's the beauty of coming with a local, coming with someone like Auntie who's very familiar with this. So she was telling me how to pick the freshest of the prawns and how some of the prawns may look good and may be a little bit more expensive because they are from the lagoon, but they are not the freshest. So she's very smart. She's got the insider knowledge. You also have to be very good at negotiating when you're here because we are there and we look like we're not, from town, and we have a few cameras going around and stuff. She said the price is going up by like about 500 rupees for everything, but she's negotiating and getting the price because she comes here often, so she knows what the prices are. Okay. Hurry up, yeah. So now we are going to go to Katankudi because this market, the beef shop hasn't opened, so we have to go to the other one. That's the one that originally had the best prices apparently. But Auntie's a tough negotiator, so we're okay. Alright, so we've come to the meat shop and you guys have to see this. very authentic. This is what the average butcher in these areas, or perhaps even in the Pola in Colombo, looks like. So this guy specializes in just this. We've got everything. Now we're gonna head home and start prepping. So it turns out that Auntie is such a great cook that she loves cooking and has been cooking for so long. She has like a meal service where you can call her and order breakfast and she'll send out the packages. So in the morning when we came, Uncle was just coming back on his bike and he has just come back from doing deliveries. So I mean, if it's good enough for all of Batticaloa to eat her food, it's good enough for us. Alright, so we are in the thick of it and Auntie just made this lovely, very fragrant mix. This is with coconut, there's cumin, pepper, yeah, and curry leaves. So she roasted it all on the pan and then she blended it to make this mix, and she's gonna sprinkle this on top of the crab curry, and that's gonna thicken it but also give it like a lot of extra flavor. Now we're getting started on making the crab. As you can see, she's using a clay pot, so extra flavor. And she's just frying off some onions and some, I think it's some fenugreek and onions in some oil. She's gonna put the crab in, and she said that we are not going to use curry leaves in this because we usually put murunga leaves or moringa leaves into the crab curry, and the reason they do that is apparently it adds flavor, but it also apparently neutralizes any kind of acidicness or poison, as we call it in just the local Sinhala term, that comes from the seafood, but I think it's mostly referring to acidity. Alright, so this is another Batticaloa specialty. She's showing how to make the manioc and beef. And she's adding in her own custom spice mix as well as her own garam masala mix, going in with some tamarind water for that extra flavor, and for about half an hour for the best flavor. Of a kitchen like this is that when you're cooking like this, it smells so divine. The fragrance, the spices, everything, it must be going outside of the house also. And before the food is ready, you can feel your stomach grumbling because the smell is getting you excited for it. My mouth's watering. I can't open it, but we've got the prawn in here and we've got the squid in here, the cuttlefish. That is the manioc and beef, which will be ready soon. It's going to marinate a little bit. The crab is done, and now on the stove we also have the potato and pumpkin kirihoti, which is like a milky curry. So, oh my goodness, I had a sliver. My God, it tastes so good. I could honestly eat just the crab curry and plain rice. I don't need anything else. I am literally salivating looking at all this food. Auntie has cooked up an amazing feast. Thank you so much, Auntie. And we've got a variety of dishes here. This is way too much food for just the two of us, so we're very happy that we happen to bump into some of our consultation clients here. We have Philip and Faye. And we just happened to bump into them at our hotel. It was completely a coincidence. We asked them if they would like to come and try an authentic Batticaloa home-cooked lunch with us. And they said yes. So are you guys excited?
Very excited.
All right. And we are going to start off with this prawn curry. And over here we have cuttlefish curry. And this cuttlefish curry is made with eggplant in it. And this is a kirihodi, also known as like a coconut milk curry. And this one is a unique combination of pumpkin and potato. And here, this is very interesting. So this is a green sambal, but this one specifically is made with murunga leaves, kind of stir fried to cook off some of the water. We've got the classic fried fish. The thing with fish, and especially when you fry it, is the smaller the fish, the tastier it is. And of course, I would say these two dishes are the ones that I'm most excited for. We have this Batticaloa crab curry, and she's made it with her very own spice mix. And of course, there's lots of moringa leaves in there. So good, smells amazing. She had her lovely coconut sambal that she kind of fries off with extra pepper and flavor. So that looks deadly. And lastly, we have this dish. This is the beef and manioc mix. This is also another very authentic Batticaloa dish. So if you're from Batticaloa and you're not in Sri Lanka anymore and you're abroad, you're watching this video, I know you will appreciate this combination. I know I do. This is my first time eating an authentic Batticaloa Sri Lankan rice and curry. So let's dig in and check out the flavors. If you're also wondering about the consultation service, we recently started our very own tour company, Sheneller Ventures, and we've finally done it after getting many requests from you guys. And that Sheneller Ventures is the sponsor of this video. Self-sponsored! This is for the traveler that wants more than just a photo.
Was curious about the story behind the smile, the hand that made the meal, the silence between the waves. This is for the ones who want to understand a place and not just see it.
Welcome to Sheneller Ventures. We create journeys for the curious soul.
Not just tourists. We work with hidden gems, family-run villas, and guides who live what they teach. We slow things down so you can feel the pulse of the island. Because travel should move you, not just move you around. So come explore Sri Lanka differently with people who live in the details.
Guys, I have eaten Sri Lankan food all around the island, and I tell you, there's only 1 or 2 times where a meal has really just struck me so hard. Thank you, Sajutan, for introducing us to Auntie and making all of this happen. He's a food blogger, like I said. Check out his YouTube channel.
It's Saju Bites.
Yeah, there you go.
Saju Bites.
And that's why we are having this fantastic meal. I've just had a little bit of everything, and I recommend it to Philip and Faye as well. To really enjoy these curries, you need to eat each one at first, at least individually, so that you taste each curry. And very enjoyable. The beef is delicious with the manioc in it. That's a combination I've never had. The moringa sambal is so nice, and I wasn't expecting it to be that good. It has a very distinct flavor. And of course, fried fish is it's a winner regardless. Then we have the crab. My goodness, it tastes so good. And then of course there's the cuttlefish with the eggplant. Such a wild combination that I never would have thought was so good, but they work so well together. I love the potato, the kiriho with the pumpkin. Again, a combination I've never heard of, but that works really well. And finally, the prawn. I didn't try the prawn actually. And you know what I love about this prawn curry? She's cleaned it so well. This is what happens when you eat from someone's home versus when you eat at a restaurant or out. The amount of love and attention that goes into cooking the food is phenomenal. So she's not only taken the head and the tail off, but also there's a vein that runs along the center of the prawn that usually has kind of dirt and sand in it. It's very time consuming to clean that, and people don't usually do it. That's the beauty of having a home cooked meal, especially by someone's mom. I always say someone's mom cooking for you is an utter blessing. So let's try this. It's very different. It has a very like a roasted curry flavor kind of taste to it that I haven't really had. Very flavorful. And finally, I've tried everything individually. It's now time for me to go ham on this. And there's only so many words I can really use to explain this to you. I hope that's enough with the visual help that we are providing, but you really have to taste it yourself to understand the flavors. So that was incredible. We are stuffed to the brim and just in a food coma, absolute food coma. That was an insane experience, and I cannot wait to have this same experience in different corners of the island, and you'll be able to follow along as well. So there'll be a playlist. Make sure you check out the other videos, and if you are in Batty and you feel like you'd love to try Auntie's cooking as well, just leave her number in the description. Maybe you can hit her up, and if she's free, she'll be able to cook you a meal. So with that, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!